Hello and welcome to Diecast Restos. Now, when I released my recent Matchbox BMW 3-litre CSL video, claiming it was potentially the worst replica Matchbox ever, I received a lot of comments. Many claimed I was insane, blind, or a combination of the two. Others gave their opinions on the worst Matchbox ever. Among those was a recurring theme, the 9E AMX Javelin. At face value, it's easy to see why. A hideous colour combo, a ridiculous hood scoop, exaggerated arches, novelty wheels, and the biggest sin of all, a tow hook. But like with the 3-litre, I tried to look beyond those problems and weighed up how I could get this looking like a more realistic replica. I think that this has far more scope and fewer limiting factors than the BMW, so I am hopeful the final result is at least a little more convincing. The interior piece, incorporating both front and rear fascias and the model suspension, is one of those factors I need to work around. Another is removing focus from that amber tinted window piece. The model arrived in the Matchbox Superfast series in 1972, replacing the fairly uninspiring transitional boat and trailer at number 9 in the range. The very first edition appeared identical to mine except for the hood scoop and dashboard piece being chrome plated. For 1973 to 1975 it was black instead of chrome. In 1976 the light green metallic changed to a darker green and it now had 5-arch wheels. This arrangement lasted through 1977 before the Javelin was dropped in favour of the much nicer Ford Escort RS2000 for 1978. The casting did live on beyond this though. It would first appear in the 2-pack series in 1976. The 2-pack's Javelin was painted a nice metallic blue and it was paired with an orange pony trailer. These Javelins had either the original 5-spoke wheels or the newer 5-arch type. In the same year, it could on occasion be seen paired with the Eccles Caravan. I believe these were painted red, which in my opinion was a far better colour for it. It detracts attention from the amber windows. For 1979 and 1980, the red Javelin was paired with a red Seafire boat on a trailer. A dark green Javelin was again paired with a pony trailer in 1981. In its final recorded outing, it was paired with the Ford Transit-based wreck truck in 1982. Away from the 2-pack series, the Javelin was painted blue and had white number 1 tampos as a 1980 limited edition. Between 1976 and 1981, the AMX Javelin was also produced in 1:45 scale for the larger Speed Kings range. The Superfast model is a 1:66 scale quote replica of the 1971 second generation AMC Javelin. The first iteration of Javelin had arrived in 1967 as AMC's entry into the pony car market. Its design evolved from 2 prototype cars called AMX and AMX2 respectively, that had been showcased in 1966. The fiberglass 2-seat AMX and the 4-seat AMX2 evidenced the company's strategy to shed its economy car image to appeal to a more youthful and performance-oriented market. While Ford's Mustang and Plymouth's Barracuda both offered a choice of fastback or notchback hardtops, AMC didn't have the resources to follow suit. So a single semi-fastback roofline was developed. It would be built on the compact Rambler American platform, and while there was an insistence from AMC management to provide good trunk space and rear legroom, designer Dick Teague still offered the Javelin a curvaceous body with muscle car options. The 1967 car had a twin Venturi front end with a recessed honeycomb grille, outboard mounted headlamps, and turn signals mounted below these set into the bumper. A pair of simulation hood scoops gave it an aggressive look. It was offered in base or SST trim with a 232 cubic inch straight 6 as standard. Options were a 290 or 343 cubic inch V8. Both of these had a 2-barrel carb, but the 343 could also have premium fuel 4-barrel carbs fitted. This formed part of the Go package and also included power front brake discs, heavy duty suspension, dual exhausts, side stripes on the body and chrome wheels. The Javelin was well received on launch and was favourably compared to its competition by critics, with praise poured on its powerful engines. The 1969 model year had a slightly altered grille and revised side striping prior to the arrival of the 1970 redesign. This saw a broader new front end and a longer hood with a singular prominent central bulge. It had all new front suspension and an expanded range of V8 options for the Go package, now extending upwards to 390 cubic inches. This redesign lasted all of 1 year before it was replaced by the restyled second generation Javelin for 1971. Following the trend in the pony car market of offering bigger and beefier vehicles, the new car received an aggressive sloping hood, blistered wheel arches, and its height was reduced by just over an inch compared to its predecessor. The wheelbase was extended by an inch and the rear track by over 3 inches, improving both the Javelin's appearance and its handling. It also had an integrated rooftop spoiler. Engine options continued to range from the entry-level 232 straight 6 up to the 401 cubic inch V8. Starting in 1971, the AMC AMX no longer held its own line, instead becoming a trim level of the Javelin. Model lines were now the base, SST and AMX spec. The base car had vinyl covered bucket seats and moulded door panels with integral armrests. The SST brought brighter mouldings, wheel covers, upgraded upholstery, walnut trimmed dash and a sports steering wheel. In addition to the standard 360 cubic inch V8, the AMX included a sport console, a rear spoiler, heavy duty clutch and a unique grille. There was a fiberglass full-width cowl induction hood in addition to its rear spoiler, which in testing with the Penske racing team developed 100 pounds of downforce, over 45 kilos. Mark Donoghue, then of Penske, advised AMC to make the AMX's grille flush for improved airflow. This is why the stainless steel grille of the AMX differs to the standard Javelin's deeper openings. The Go package now featured a choice of 360 or 401 cubic inch V8s, a suspension handling package, limited slip differential, improved cooling, power assisted disc brakes, a T-stripe hood decal, which I'm replicating on this model now, and a blacked out tail panel. 1972 Javelins had an egg crate style grille with a similar pattern repeating on the tail panel. More items were included as standard now, as the base model was dropped due to AMC looking to consolidate the Javelin line. However, by this time, the pony market was in decline. 1973 and 74 cars both had taillight and grille upgrades, and while disc brakes became standard at the front for 1974, the Go package fiberglass hood cowl was deleted. By this time, Chrysler had pulled out of the pony car market, while Ford was shrinking the engines in the Mustang to 4 cylinders. On the back of the 1973 oil crisis and incoming stricter bumper regulations for 1975, despite strong Javelin sales, AMC pulled the plug on the model in 1974. With that, we are about done with the Matchbox Javelin's overhaul. Here's how the model was looking when we started in its 1973 to 1975 colour scheme. While the colours are a bit obnoxious, I don't think that there are as many fundamental casting errors on this when compared to the BMW 3-litre CSL. Someone had taken care of the unnecessary tow hook for me, but elsewhere I knew I needed new wheels for it and a colour scheme less in your face. and here's how it turned out. I kept the exaggerated hood scoop because when body coloured, it's a lot more subtle. I recoloured the interior black and with it the front grille and rear panel. I think these Porsche gaudy style wheels certainly suit it. To give it a more muscly appearance, I put some larger tyres on the rear to fill those giant arches. My main aim with any colour scheme is to detract attention away from brightly tinted transparencies. Against the carnival red and black interior, the orange tint is hardly noticeable. And for the first time, I tried out black stickers instead of decals to replicate the patterns seen on AMX Javelins. How do you think they turned out? Let me know down in the comments. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this transformation and subscribe if you haven't already done so. But all that leaves me to say is thanks for watching and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.